started. Oh, this nigga talking about starting the show without a goddamn intro video, bro.
I knew exactly what he meant.
He's a dickhead.
James catches, puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound Bosh. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining.
Oh yeah. We packing somebody up tonight. Hey. Come on in, take your shoes off before we close the door. Few rules, heat pack in the air, we about to blow. This the basement, ain't nobody safe, you already know. Grab a seat and kick your feet before you get too comfortable. You want the X's and the O's, the trade, yes and no. Friends and the foes, the butlers and the heroes. You can feel it in your soul, when the ring is the goal. But if somebody need to go, we be sure to let you know. Going hard for my dogs is an everyday thing. Like Jimmy down the lane of 13 off the screen. Whole squad keep it tucked like number 17. Bring your takes and your memes, going hard for the team. Going down in the basement. It's going down in the basement. Get your takes off. Get your takes off. Going down in the basement.
Yeah! Welcome to the Basement Sports Network post-game show. I'm your host, Royal A. Shepherd, and I'm joined today by my guy, Hot Take Harrison, the Invisible Man. Hey, how you doing today, bro?
I'm good. I think we need to understand that this was important for the team to beat the shit out of the Blazers. But to keep, just to keep everything in perspective, they're a terrible team. But we needed to do that. That was cathartic as a fan.
I think for a lot of people, like that game really was. That game really was just kind of what they needed to reinvest themselves back into what could potentially be a playoff push. And of course, my boy joining me as always. We got our dog Kane Kendall. Kendall, how you feeling today, bro?
I'm all right, bro. Marlins 0-2, bro. Like, nigga, it's like we can't have nothing down here, Kane.
Hey, bro, but they got a real nigga on that team. That boy Jab, boy.
Hey, that's why I'm so invested, bro. Ding your mama. Like, if you know, you know. He's one-on-one, bro. Like, he made me enjoy the sport, but
he like that. But to the game that we all came in to talk about, the Miami Heat got a record margin of victory tonight. 60-point win over the Portland Trailblazers, 142-82. Joe Cronin pack in the air. Everybody smoking it. Everybody loving it. We're going to start with you tonight, Kendall. Give me your thoughts on the game. I mean, it really ain't much to say.
Never care so much ran out of woods, just pass the Dutch. Your team died, you ain't never slide, you ain't adding up. Get caught with a pack, you ass ain't not you fed or what. He'll still be alive right now if you niggas ain't gas him up. Fuck Joe Cronin, that's what he get. Now, I've been heavy on getting on the Heat for being a little, arrogant with the whole Dame thing, but, he did play his part in that. And I'm glad that he got to see his lovely franchise that he's the general manager of get their ass busted out there, bro. No diddy. It was disgusting. Like in more ways than one. Like Patty Mills got his groove back. How Patty got his groove back is kind of a shame. I saw him clamp a guy named last name Walker. I don't know his first name. And yeah, we just
Samaki Walker's son.
I guess they just beat the dog shit out of him as they should have. And it's good to see. And I'm glad Spo left him in there so long in the third. I was just like, I hope they don't get hurt. But like, this team doesn't have any type of like, I guess, grace where they could be like, okay, we could pull you mid-third because we up 40. Hell no. Because it's y'all and the way y'all done look, bitch, finish this quarter. Get to like under 2 minutes left. Then we'll bring your asses out. And that's what he did. So, yeah, and I just can't wait to discuss individual players because there was one guy who just shooting the lights out of the ball. And, yeah.
Good brother, we won't get to that nigga before I end this stream. It was so many people who play good. I don't have to talk about him. He is ruining my shit out here. Thank you, Alex Kevin, with the $4.99. Don't know. He said, glad to see we can get a first round pick. Robert Williams contributed so much. Brother, we are not going to talk about players who are not here because they can throw a few names out there themselves if they like. Thank you, Dan DeField Jim, with the $5. Don't know. Consistency is key, ladies and gentlemen. He said that was a revenge sweep against the nasty boy Joe Cronin. Bring out the damn brooms. For sure. We swept them for the season. Harrison,
Absolutely not. Get your handheld vacuum for this one. We ain't bringing out the brooms. We ain't doing that.
He just look carjack. Like he just the little shit, you know what I'm saying? You little poopers, scoopers. You ain't got to get a whole broom. Harrison, want to hear your thoughts on tonight's game.
I mean, they were just clicking on all cylinders. I think 24 assists in the first half was also a franchise record for the Heat. So ball's moving well. I mean, I know you don't want to talk about them, but I wish you would have saved some threes for a different game. Jimmy didn't have to do much, which is nice because I don't think Jimmy wanted to do much because obviously he skipped the game earlier this week. He probably should have played in. So, Bam was 1 assist shy of a triple-double. Like you guys were saying, Patty Mills had a decent game. The only downside was really, Jovic banged up his knee a little bit. Hopefully he's fine. But, you don't have to be beating teams by 60, maybe the Blazers, but you have to be taking care of business against bad teams at home. And they really haven't. It's been a bad season all around for them doing that. They can't really beat good competition either. So just like I was saying when I first came on, they needed a win like this. They needed to blow the crap out of them. This is one of the worst teams you'll ever watch. Chauncey Billups, I'm sorry, he doesn't deserve to coach anymore. And Cronin needs to be gone. Yeah, come on, guys. Chauncey was bad before this team. He was bad last year.
Hold on.
I would say you get this man 2 shitty ass rosters and then come on, Harry. You don't deserve to coach anymore.
No. There are other.
Whoa.
Steve Kerr deserved to coach even though he was given all that he was given.
Well, I don't like Steve Kerr. That's not a good example.
Yeah, he hates Steve Kerr. But just allow us to say one of those, good brother.
Come on, bro. Don't deserve to coach.
There's no hate behind it.
Now, we understand that, but these opportunities are few and far between.
Come on now, we'll get them.
And when we do get them, they get the bottom of the barrel jobs. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but
no, but just
we got to save them when we can.
No, I'd like to come back. I'd like to come back in. I'm tagging myself back in.
Okay.
There absolutely needs to be more minority candidates, more black candidates.
It's too late to save it.
They should
try. I want to see.
They should have more bites of the apple. We don't need, Steve Clifford being hired 4 times or all of Van Gundy. We don't need that kind of stuff. More opportunities, but when you can't coach, let's move on. And Chauncey Billups can't do it. I'm telling you, he can't do it. I don't care how bad this roster is. There are games where I've watched the Blazers where he has cost them games. This isn't one of them, obviously, but it's time for everybody to move on. They should fire everybody associated with the Blazers on that team. That thing stinks. When it stinks that bad, you got to dump everybody and start over. You have to.
I think there's a level of competence that he doesn't have he doesn't have a competent level roster, and he hasn't in his entire tenure. And he's also dealt with Joe Cronin, who we've all acknowledged is a known nincompoop. So that's I don't know. I don't want to say he doesn't deserve. I will say that he hasn't been the best coach. He hasn't been Ime Udoka coming out the gates, and proving himself to be one of the top tier coaches. But I don't know. I think if you gave him a serviceable roster, I think we need to give him a serviceable roster before we judge where he's going as a coach. Hold on. People trying to get – they would say, oh, wait, no. Before that, boy, Shad said, Roy, let's go ahead and get this insurance jump out the way so James Pugh can send me my check. Good brother. You will never see a bitch-ass dime of that sponsorship change. half the niggas in the basement won't see a dime of it. So just go ahead and get that. And then the boy Dan the film jet follow him up, say, yeah, and this team needs to aim high and hit higher with the remaining games. So let's go ahead and get these promos out the way.
3, 2, 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, 7, 3, 8. 3, 2, 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, 7, 3, 8.
3, 2, 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, 7, 3, 8. Don't complicate insurance, I can't wait. Do you need it? Yes, you do. So call James Pugh at Simple Health Advisors. He is not a liar, so pick up the phone and call Simple Health Advisors.
Hey, bro, just because of that little jig, I don't even remember the man phone number, not finding it. So you have to see it. So shout out and big thanks to both of our sponsors helping us keep this shit going. Also, shout out to Lenny Pena with the $4.99 dono. He said, Rip City, Beat Down City. Haha. How you like that, Joe? Hey, fuck Joe Cronin. Everybody already knows that's the type of time that we on. Let's talk about some of these individual performances because we got a lot of good ones. I mean, we can talk about, let's focus on Bam's first half because the second half, obviously, the game was well within hand. He didn't end up playing much. But in that first half, he caught DeAndre Ayton pussy 17,000 different ways, bro. Dominant on both ends of the ball. And I just enjoyed what I was watching him see. He looked aggressive. He looked assertive. Kendall, what you saw from Bam tonight?
He was fucking them boys up. That's what, no diddy. But yeah, he set the tone. He made plays. I mean, Bam came out like scoring the ball, assisting the ball. I think he like was responsible for like 13 of the first 16 points, and this is like the second game in a row. Just a credit to how good he is. I mean, this nigga was literally getting Patty Mills layups at the basket, like off dribble handoffs and screening at the same time. Like that he was able to shake the Murray boy, the younger Lil Murray, and get to the cup and get an easy layup. Like Bam is good. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And hey, if it's not much going on, what we do know, we leaving with it. Hit him in the head, 3 G's.
Come on now, that boy at top of the key, bro.
Smooth with him too, and he know when to pull it too. He know when to pull that 3 because it's there a lot.
He shot 3 of them hoes tonight, and he made 2 of them.
And
like,
1 rimmed out.
Yeah, and I think it's starting to. He's just kind of like. He's comfortable at this point shooting them in games, and now we're only going to see an uptick in volume. Like,
now I was going to say, I also think like it's helped him find his range in the mid range because obviously we're not spamming it as much. So like, I think when him shooting 3s is helping him like get into his zone because Bam's mid range lately has come back. I know in the second half of the Warriors game he kind of had to press, obviously. For obvious reason, but tonight, like he just went for it, and he was stunting out there.
Yeah, he felt comfortable the whole night.
If we could just, somehow, get back to 80% from the line, I just trust him to hit them when we need them, though, which will be a lot because these motherfuckers can't score the ball. So
I don't know if we're gonna get that free throw shooting back. That's been off for a couple of months now, but I mean. If you're gonna compensate by adding 2 3-pointers onto that
is very true.
You know what I'm saying? Like I take it. Harry, when Bam got that 9th assist and we knew he was on triple double watch, I knew then that he wasn't gonna get that triple double. Like it just felt like like no matter what he did, somebody else wasn't gonna make the shot, and then Spo took him out and he never had to come back in. Let me hear your thoughts on Bam's game, the near triple double.
Yeah, he's been close a couple times. It's unfortunate that no one could. I think he had like 2 opportunities when he got the 9 for guys shots, and it wasn't working. I mean, it is what it is. I'm sure after the game they would have scorekeeper would have taken 1 or 2 away anyway. So, not a big deal. But I think you guys have mentioned it on the post game. We talked about it on the pod. We talked about it on playback. The Bam 3 ball is interesting because it's one thing if it's kind of gimmicky, but he's shooting that with a ton of confidence. He's not even thinking about it. He's going right up. And that's going to space the court a little bit more for a team that is just usually constipated in the paint. Like I think this is the best way to use it. Like they're stuffed up in there. Jimmy and Bam. Come on, I can talk about constipation. I'm you.
You're never done. That's what
so and Bam haven't been the most ideal fit together, even though they've had playoff success. And giving them a bit more space to operate, whether it's Bam taking the three or guys kind of cutting to the basket more around, because Bam's a great passer too. So the moment the teams start respecting that range, you're opening up the paint a little bit more, and they need that. They really need it. So that's an interesting wrinkle to just like, he was joking in the press conference that he just woke up one day and started shooting threes, but that's kind of what happened. I mean, we were.
I don't think he was joking.
Yeah, I don't. But then your question has been like, man, this would have been a cool little wrinkle to have. And listen, if it's the next evolution of Bam, great, because he's going to keep getting better on the way to his Hall of Fame trajectory of a career. But this opens up a nice thing they can use moving forward into the postseason. Like, they need more guys that are willing to launch it because there's so many issues with this offense. So Bam being willing to do that, he's obviously not going to continue shooting at the clip that he's shooting at. But even Bam at like 36%, I mean, 37% would be awesome. But something around there would be great. And I think it just adds this new element to his game that's going to continue to help his offense. And I'm kind of with you, Kendall. He seems to have a bit more, like, it looks better when he's taking the mid-range shot. So you hope that'll also help the free throw, because that's been a strange dip that's happened. And if you're getting a very good offensively consistent Bam heading into the postseason, they're going to have a chance to make some noise. I don't know what that means. I'm not sure where I'm putting them based on the matchups, but they're going to have a better chance with him doing that than if he wasn't.
Yeah, I think they would have been a lot closer to the 6 seed. Well, I know. They would have been a lot closer to the 6 seed if Indiana had lost tonight, but LA blew the ticket.
They would have had it.
They would have had the 6 seed, yeah, because I know Philly lost tonight too. So now they up like a game on them or some shit like that. But they still, it's a game behind. I think we've tied them in the win column. I don't know how that shit works.
It doesn't really matter. We play Philly, we play New York, and we play Indiana again. So as long as you beat them, like,
yeah, that Indiana game is what.
Yeah, I understand like why people put it out there, but how I feel is just like, this team's so trash, bro, that it's like, bro, you should just be focused on us winning the game, dog. Like,
yeah, just take the win, keep it moving, try and win the fucking next one. But we talking about Bam shooting and how important that's become. Harry, I think it's interesting that you mentioned how important like guys shooting will be towards like the team's chances next, because another guy who's shooting that we needed to come around, and we kind of got some of the night with Terry Rozier. You're not gonna get me. Terry Rozier, 6 of 10 from 3-point. Like, bro, you're going to bring him up all by your fucking self. I'm not doing it. Terry Rozier, 6 of 10 from 3 tonight. He was good. Like, I fucks with what Terry was doing tonight. He got some that Harlem Globe, tried to shit off. I don't know. Harrison, how did you feel about Terry Rozier's game tonight?
Yeah, kind of exactly what you want from him, right? He came right out after halftime and hit those 2 threes. So if not that they're going to blow that kind of lead, but if there were any thoughts about doing something stupid, Terry put that to bed. A lot of his game, and it's just like, we're not like, we get so frustrated with Herro because it's so all or nothing, whenever he decides to show up to play, that you kind of just need Terry to like not be afraid to shoot, get into the paint, get guys open, make good decisions, not turn the ball over. Like, they don't need a lot from Terry. They just needed him to like not be as stupid as Kyle Lowry was when he was here. And so the bar is low. And I think coming in, there was just like so much adjustment because he was doing so much for Charlotte. They were a bad team. He was doing a lot when LaMelo Ball was out too. Like, that was a lot of when he was really having kind of the best numbers of this season for him. And it's just like, let Terry be Terry. Let him shoot. You're going to need I can't remember what team it was, but like, it was the Cavs game where he ended up having like 9 points in the last 2 minutes. Like, you're going to need some of that from Terry, especially in the postseason. and you just got to let him kind of exist. Some games are not going to be great shooting, but you can't let him be afraid. And I think coming into the Heat, he was scared. He was worried about, not fearful of but he was worried about stepping on toes. And he can't be doing that. Shoot the ball, play the pick and roll, dribble, penetrate, kick it out to the corners, play a normal game, and it'll work for them like most of the time. And I think that's where they are with Terry. If he plays a good game, they're going to have a great chance to win when he plays like that.
Yeah, I think one of the things that he's realizing is that all the shots that you're taking, it may feel at times like you're taking away from other people, but Jimmy and Bam don't want to shoot it anyway. Or I say Jimmy most of the time don't really want to shoot it anyway. So it's like you're helping in a sense when you get to shooting the ball. Kendall, what you saw from Terry tonight?
I just saw a individual who was in his bag, just doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? He's shooting a lot of catch and shoot threes. And yeah, they open, but I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest. Even though he made some of them, I don't know what he shot like. What 4 of 8 from 3, 4 of 6.
You prefer the hezzy tween step backs off the dribble?
No, I did prefer him to drive to the basket and pass the ball to 13. But and he hasn't been doing a lot of that lately. And it's kind of concerning because the result, like in basketball, you could play. I don't play the result in basketball like I do in football. It's more about the process for me. And the more he stays in a rhythm, shooting the ball like at a clip that is not him, that can lead to trouble in games.
The assist numbers coming down a little bit.
Right, she wetting them hoes. I'm watching like this lady shoot the basketball, and this halftime thing for the Nuggets. Yeah, Terry Rozier. I would like to see the playmaking go up, but I get it because Duncan got hurt, and that was some scoring you had to pick up too. And it's like where are y'all gonna find points? And so I kind of understand it, and I think he has the basketball IQ, unlike somebody else, who might as well just be creating a LinkedIn profile at this point. Doesn't have when the shot doesn't go. So, and he can get to the rim. So it's like I'm gonna give Terry some bell. Like I just would like to see him mix it up more. Especially against these bad teams. You should be able to keep them off balance and do your thing.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I wanted to make sure that I was keeping in perspective the whole time. What? Oh, you're still talking?
Harry's camera just popped on real quick.
Press the wrong button.
But that was another thing that I was trying to make sure that we were keeping in perspective throughout the course of this game. Like, this is a bad team. Like, I don't want anybody drawing any grand sweeping. Like, you want to give them credit for the win and how they played, and it's nice. You don't want to make any grand sweeping indictments of how they're going to be moving forward based off of a game against Portland. Portland's not good.
Do we know when Duncan's coming back? Because I know Patty had a nice game tonight, but I don't. Patty in the starting lineup is crazy. I don't know what's supposed.
It needs to stop.
And it's just,
but even though Patty was okay tonight,
right? But so essentially, a good Patty Mills game is like he hits 3 or 4 threes, because when he's not hitting the 3, like I was at the Pelicans game, unfortunately, he is slow as molasses. Like he is so slow. So that's you can notice that both on defense and offense. He's not like a great passer, so he's essentially out there to like move really slow on defense, shoot threes, and then the game I was at, miss all of them. And it's just not something that the Heat can afford. At least Duncan this season has been a good 3-point shooter. He's been able to get into the paint. He's really been like kind of the cog to the offense a lot when he's out there. And they him back because I don't think Patty Mills is going to get many playoff minutes, which we all are hopeful and happy about.
Thank God.
But yeah, we need to figure that out. So, I hope Duncan's stretching his back, working out his core, doing whatever he needs to do, because they kind of need him back, especially even down the stretch. These games are not that easy with 9 left, and they need to win a decent amount.
So just to kind of piggyback off of some of that injury talk shit that you're doing right now, like Kevin Love was back tonight. He didn't play, but he was dressed in uniform, and they said he was healthy enough to play, but he didn't get in. And then Nico went out with a knee contusion. I hope it's not serious because you're just going to add him to the laundry list of players like that we're rotating, and Kevin Love's going to come back in there. Kendall, you came off here. What you want to talk about, bro?
I didn't notice
Oh,
I
yeah.
did, but I'm not too concerned about Nico. I think he's straight. Like, I just think it was like them just having to announce it, maybe. But I'm gonna be honest. Don't play Kevin Love at all. I don't
Until
want
the playoffs?
Don't play Kevin Love until like it's like we can't move in the seeding or whatever. If that gets to a possibility, because I don't know. I think Thomas Bryant has earned the right to play a little bit. Maybe 4 games left, and you have to kind of bubble wrap Kevin Love because it's like, bro, like with the luck they've been having at this point, no Andrew, bro, like he get out there, bro, like he's gonna get hurt again. Like,
so let's get into that a little bit, bro. Because I hate to admit it, but you're right with Thomas Bryant. It feels like he's kind of played himself. He's played well enough to the point where you can give him 10 minutes out there as the backup big, and you know what I mean, when you give him Bam a break. And yeah, there will be moments that it will not be great, but he could be out there. But I'm also like not. I'm also not under the impression that he's a better player than Kevin Love.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I don't know if we have the capacity to play them both, but Thomas Bryant has played well. And I don't know if I want to rest Kevin Love. He's been sitting out for a long time. He probably needs to play himself back into some kind of shape. Hasn't
4
been
games
on
left. 4 games left. He can get like 20 minutes a night or so.
Yeah. Harrison, where do you fall on this line of Kevin Love versus how well Thomas Bryant has been playing?
He's a wily vet.
Yeah, I mean, Love needs to take his time because the injury didn't seem that serious, and then he missed a lot of time with that heel injury. So, Kendall's right. He should probably maybe a couple, like a 5-minute stint in this game, and then kind of build his way back up. And Bryant's been like the issue with Bryant early in the season was like he kind of looked lost out there. And anytime they put him in, they were having issues. Like the lead would shrink so fast, or he would take bad shots. He's not a great defender, but I agree with you guys. He's earned his minutes. He's been productive, even in games where they're not playing well. He's had good games, and he kind of deserves a little bit of time to be the backup big. I think for the postseason, you need Love because he can spread the floor. But I'm comfortable giving Bryant 5-minute stints or 4 to 5 minute stints if he needs them, even in the postseason, depending on the matchup.
I mean, and let's not. I don't know about all that, but like, let's not also. We're gonna recognize that boy don't know somebody ass off vert today too. Now I just want to,
Who?
Thomas Bryant.
He don't know somebody.
Yeah, like it was a standing dunk. It was in the fourth when they had all the scrubs in. But just like, let's say Brunson got 61 and Wemby got 40, 20, and 7.
Right. I'm watching that right now.
Yeah, like I'm trying to do the show and then I watch basketball after this. But yeah, Thomas Bryant, I feel like has earned himself something. Like it's hard to quantify because I don't believe that Spo will extend his rotation to make an exception for Thomas Bryant. And I believe that Kevin Love will be entrenched as the backup big, whether that's the 3 or the 4 in the lineup. So both of you niggas gonna leave me as the only person? Okay. But yeah, I do think that Thomas Bryant has played well. And tonight he played really well. He had 26 and 12, had 2 blocks, 2 steals, and really just kind of like allowed for us to keep our starters off the floor by carrying those sorry ass bench units. Another guy who kind of got his rhythm back, don't want to speak too soon. Jaime Jaquez Jr. He was okay tonight, right, Harry? Kendall? Nobody's here? Everybody just gone?
Nah, yeah. Jaime, he was all right, I guess. I don't even remember him really being out there, to be honest. But he was.
Sorry, I was here. I just couldn't click the unmute button. But
it was in the first half. It was most of the first half.
It's okay. I was talking Harry. You're good. Don't interrupt me again. But
fuck, nigga, who do you think I am? Oh, my bad. You was
I
talking
ain't
to me
even
or
saying that to
Harry?
you, big dog.
I thought you were talking to me.
Nah, I said Harry, don't interrupt me again.
My bad.
But that go for you too. Fuck, nigga. No. But yeah, he was cool. Everybody was cool tonight. I don't know if ew.
No, you're not.
Right? It's 3 boxes up here. You're not in one of them. Bring your ass
You're
to
in the
work.
comments. Fuck is you talking about?
Oh, she here for a reason. I know why she here. We ain't even finna address that. But anyways, see how I switch sides quick. What Drummond said?
What is you talking about?
But yeah, he was cool. I don't even know what he did. Like, he was productive in the first half. Did he even play in the second half? I don't remember seeing. Oh yeah, he did, because I remember he got a little layup at the basket. And he finished like a little layup. And I remember he finished a play where Bam had some random guy there, Reether, I think his name is. And he had him ISO. He could have gotten to his thing, but Jaime popped open. He just hit him for like, see, like that was what I was talking about earlier with Terry. Like, Bam stayed with the process and got an assist when he could have probably just like, oh, let me try to pad my points, like stats or whatever. Even though his ass was probably going for that triple double too. But yeah, how many productive? Last game he was decent in the first half for sure. Yeah, but he just he just
I feel like he was like, I feel like they gave him the minutes that they wanted to give Caleb. Because Caleb only played 9 minutes tonight. But I felt like they gave Jaime the minutes that they wanted to play Caleb in order to help him kind of maintain what looked like a rhythm that he had found, if that makes any sense. Like, he looked like he had found a little something in that first half, and I think they wanted to stick with him. So instead of putting Caleb back, like, they just let Jaime kind of rock out and see if he can string that shit together. Somebody's talking about DeLon, right? Why? Because he had a steal?
No. Don't do that. We ain't gotta do that.
Well, that boy Poop Henderson. Mendel's Eastman with the $6 donut. He says, just coming on here for Bam 3. Missed the game, but the box score told me Bam hit us with not one, but two. Two twos, dos, 2 threes. That's right. You said a lot of ways to say number 2, brother. But yes, appreciate you for the $6. But yeah, you did. Precious and True threw the ball away. Where's Ricky? We do not care. Patty Mills makes me excited. Why? He's stinky poo-poo doo-doo. Yeah, I think we done talked about everybody who gonna get talked about tonight.
He said, I don't know. You should have just said, I don't know, and put the word ball afterwards. Like,
but Rick said, just so you know, he has liked the video, and all of you guys should do the same. Make sure y'all leave us a like on this video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the Basement Sports Network. Also, make sure y'all subscribe to the Random Scrub Heat podcast anywhere that your podcast can be found. My guy Harrison, LJ, George, they do a wonderful job of putting those episodes out whenever they feel like it. I'm not going to say consistently, because sometimes they just don't feel like it and they don't. And I can respect that. But when they put out episodes, they are definitely worth the listen. So you guys make sure you subscribe there. I don't care, Ricky J. Mark. I don't. In the least bit. To be perfectly honest with y'all, I have nothing else to talk about this game. Like, I wasn't moved. I was actually kind of bored by the third quarter. Like, so anything else from this game that we didn't get to, Harrison, that you feel like we should talk about?
So we're not going to talk about
if you said I'm going to remove your ass from this stage.
What about his step back 3?
Well, how about you step your ass back off the stage and I'll put you back up here? But no, I'm not talking about that shit. Kendall, anything else you want to talk about? I'll punch your ass too if you.
We need to talk about not bidding against yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Now that we have a mass audience, you never bid against yourself in business, especially in the business of sport. Chris Greer, you lazy fuck, I know you're watching. Do not extend that man or if Dak doesn't get a contract, Oos does not get a contract. Let the market determine the price, and you go from there. Better yet, do what the Chiefs did. Get you a guy that you believe can raise the bar. You keep Tua for 2 years, and after the second year, you trade that motherfucker. But you probably won't be around because you guys won't win 10 games this year. I hope that's not the case, but I know the fate. That's the lesson on not, nigga, this is not poetry. But that is the lesson on not bidding against yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Play the market. Do not do what the Miami Heat did with Tyler Herro. Please, Chris Greer. Stephen Ross, do not allow it. Please, Stephen Ross. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't allow it, Stephen Ross. If you hear me, Stephen Ross.
The one man who can save us. So next game we got Tyreek Hill is doing more damage than what is up with him and all this? He talks a lot now. It's a lot of tweets.
Hey, brother. I don't know. The crash out is commencing. Y'all remember where you heard it first.
When he take that jersey off at halftime and walk off the field.
When he throw that helmet into that damn bench and that camera pick it up, this was during the break. A heated exchange. I
don't know how that man's doing, but I hope he gets all the help he needs and deserves. Next game, we got the Wizards. We're going to Washington. When is this game? In 2 days. So this game will be on Sunday at 6 p.m. Maybe we can get Threat on here. Harrison, the boy feeling good?
I mean, we have to win that game. So, no, I'm never feeling good, but it needs to be done, and they need to come out with the same type of effort they need. If they need to pretend that every team is managed by Joe Cronin, whatever it takes.
Oh, man. Last time we played them boys, things didn't go so well. So show your face. No, he already showed his face, and then he went back off camera. Kendall, the boy feeling good about Washington?
Let us pray. Let us pray. For we are not talented. Let us pray. For the last time we played them at 6 o'clock on a Sunday, Jimmy said, I don't go for ties. Let us pray. Let us pray. I do not feel good. I know who I am dealing with in the Miami Heat. Therefore, I will not invoke confidence in them to do anything that good basketball teams should do. And that's beat the shit out of the Washington Wizards. Because they haven't done it once this year.
Oh, shit.
Well, they did. Somebody got a triple-double, but he has a LinkedIn account at this point. Let us pray.
All I can tell you is the Heat just won a game by 60 points against a bottom feeder team in this league. So against the next bottom feeder team, the Heat about to blow that shit out. Fuck is you talking about? Bam hits threes now. 3-point contest him. Caitlin Clark, count your fucking games. Sabrina Inuwaska, count your fucking games. Reggie, Stephen, Bam is on the way. 3 threes from Bam in this game. 30 points. Easy work. Now, Terry, I don't know about what Terry finna do, brother. He up and down. Jimmy Butler, sometimes he play, sometimes he don't. You know what I'm saying? But we got Kevin Love coming back. Hopefully they play Kevin Love. But I'm putting my hopes in Bam. That's who I believe Bam will lead us to a victory versus these boys. I think we're starting to get Bam to get himself wrapped up for the playoffs. and you're starting to see just kind of like the edge come back to him as a player. So if I'm going to hedge my hopes on anybody, then it's going to be Bam Adebayo. I think he leave your white queens alone. Good brother, Ricky J. Mark. We have a probationary period that you must be placed on, Chairman. I'm sorry. We're going to have to talk about this, bro. Like, we can't have you doing this. Anywho, but yeah, Miami going to win that game. I got them winning that bitch probably by like 15 points. That's a revenge game too now. That's a revenge game too. Joe Cronin ain't the only person who deserves some of this smoke.
Niggas getting revenge on bottom feeder lottery teams is crazy.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay. My photo G.
Kyle Kuzma finna get locked the fuck up. And it's going to be on, bro. Like, I got faith that they can beat the Washington Wizards. That game against the Knicks, that's going to be a little bit more dicey. And I'll give y'all more on that depending on how they play against New York.
Man, but they had a nigga drop 60 and he lost.
Who? New York?
Jalen Brunson.
Doo-doo.
60 in the L. Doo-doo.
Doo-doo. We know that. But thank you guys in the comments as always for joining the show, making it much more fun than it would have been without you. Thank you to my boy Harrison. Thank you to my guy, Kane Kendall. And, of course, thank you to Kane Justin in the back on the ones and twos producing the show. We will see y'all on Sunday.
Oh, I said that nigga don't really be doing that. But
oh, Justin? No, he don't. He
but
just back here for vibes now.
PSA, because I know you're watching from Canada. You low down dirty son of a bitch. Drake, get in the fucking studio, nigga. You doing all this running around. You got niggas doing this and that and this. Sexy Red posting about your plane. Nigga, we don't care about none of that. Get up in that booth and put out some bars, nigga. Show that it.
Oh.
This nigga did not stop.
Oh, yeah.
Boy.
Yeah. No. But that's real though.
Got a little backstage.
Yeah. That's what we got an Aubrey Eater back there. I get it.
Angel.
Come on now.
He going to war about his Canadian bacon. They say OVO. He say whoop whoop.
Toot toot.
Toot toot.
Shaboy. Listen, Drake. I don't care nothing about what you got going on. But J. Cole, my legacy is on the line with you with this here, bro. I know you gonna step. You're not in the same. You ain't in that same blender that Drake in right now. You're not in. Y'all in two different places. But when you come through now, I need it to be worth something now, because Kendrick did kind of, you know what I'm saying? Kendrick did kind of do his thing. Play the video, Justin.
He ain't just 42 dubs.
Oh yeah. We packing somebody up tonight.
Did he clean everything?
Hey. Come on in, take your shoes off before we close the door. Few rules, he packing the air. We about